Good morning, one and all, and a very, very happy new year to all of you. It's a new year, and a start of more good things for West Ham. Hopefully you didn't overindulge last night. Hopefully you did. Who knows? Anyway, whatever happens, 5:30 today, big day, massive, big game for West Ham. Listen, I'm not going to overdo the new year. The new year words and platitudes and everything else, but if you want to go and listen to what myself and Gio had to say about it, we've actually got a free video for all to go and check out on Patreon. So you've got to go and check, just click on the link below and you can go and view it on Patreon. But basically, we wish everybody a happy new year and explain a little bit about Hammer's chat and certainly the last 12 months at West Ham, which has been a pretty good 12 months. Now, a little bit different today because you'll have seen him on the channel before, is my mate Marcus. Now, Marcus is coming over to join me tomorrow for the game. He's going to come and sit here. We're going to watch the game together, and I'm actually going to try and lure him in to join me for the pre-match build-up, certainly as well. Very good friend of mine for many, many years. You would say almost the perfect person, I would say, except he does support the Crystal Palace. They're the pigeons. They're the pigeons. Is that a pigeon or a?
I'm not gonna rise to it. I'm not gonna rise to it, Chris. The mighty eagles. Can you see that? There you go.
Yeah. If you've ever
been over this side.
If you've ever been to Crystal Palace, just before the game kicks off, there's actually some falconry practiced on the pitch, and a man releases a sparrow or something, and it sort of flaps across the pitch and crashes, and it's not an impressive sight, it has to be said. Anyway, how are you, mate? Are you quaking in your boots ahead of tomorrow? Today, should I say?
No, not a great deal. No, I'm looking forward to the game, mate. I'm just remembering what actually happens at the London Stadium. If I recall, someone actually dips some fairy liquid in a little straw and sort of blows some bubbles across the pitch. Slightly less impressive than a sparrow, I might say. No, I'm really looking forward to the game tomorrow evening.
I reckon a bubble could knock your sparrow flying. Anyway, so yeah, are you not a trembling and a shaking and a quaking at the thought of the mighty West Ham descending on Selhurst Park and all the rest of it?
Well, no, from memory, I think last season we managed to do you twice, my friend. So no, I'm not quaking and shaking. Obviously West Ham are in fine fettle at the moment. They've had a bit of a mixed mixed patch of late, but they're on the up. They've done tremendously over the last 12 months, but no, Palace are also resurgent. New signings, new manager, bring it on, my friend.
So, what about how much have you got to see them recently? Obviously, you've not been down to the games too much. Have you? Who has impressed you out of the new signings for Palace?
Well, he's only come in of late recently, but Hughes has been impressive. Very busy midfielder, very industrious, lovely first touch, always pushing pushing ahead of him, and a good forward pass through the ball, gets stuck in. Won the penalty at the weekend in the box. So he's been good when he's come in. And Edouard, started really well with 2 goals on his debut. Hasn't had too much of a look in of late. With Ayew and Zaha are either side of Benteke, but he's also good when he's played. He's got a good first touch, a good shot. So things are looking good for Palace at the moment, I think.
Well, Benteke's a funny one because I thought he was leaving, but I've always, I've always thought he's a good player. There's a good player, and I'll never forget him at Aston Villa, and there's a player in there for Liverpool to fork out 30-odd million, and I think possibly last season in the preview, in the build-up, I said we've got to watch out for this fella, and I tell you what, he absolutely ruined us, really. But you say Matata, I say Matata. Who is the main guy up front at the moment?
Well, hopefully it's going to be Benteke tomorrow because you've got some big lumps on the pitch, and he did last season bully you guys, even your big centre back. I can't remember. I don't think Zuma was playing for last season, of course, but I think it was maybe Ogbonna, Diop, Dawson, and he can get amongst it with the best of them. So I think Zaha will be back, after his 1-game suspension. I'd like to see Eze, on the pitch at some point during the game. I'm not sure if he's exactly match fit yet. At least they can put a good ball in. So yeah, I'd like to see Benteke on the pitch. He's certainly got a goal in him these days, hasn't he? He's a lot more resurgent and more confident, I think, in front of goal.
And I I thought he was leaving. His contract had run out. He
Mm,
signed an extension. Zaha, Wilfried Zaha. Basically, if Zaha doesn't play or doesn't feature, Palace don't play and a crap. But this season,
mm.
he's not really the main man anymore. How's that worked out from your perspective as a Crystal Palace fan?
You know what? I'm not disappointed with Zaha not being the main man. Frankly, yes, he's got us out of a hole on many occasions. When with the ball at his feet, he can be one of the best players in the Premiership. But he's so petulant. He's so juvenile. He does my head in more times than he delights me. Frankly, he's always waving his arms around. He's always indignant that he's in the wrong. Frankly, which he usually isn't. He got 2 stupid yellow cards against Spurs, I think it was, wasn't it? So we didn't miss him against Norwich. Gallagher's been more the main man this season in the central midfield. So no, I mean, the thing about Zaha is he's now 29 years old. No one's going to pay the 75 million or whatever we're probably going to want for him to leave, because they see what he's like. Yes, he can be a match winner on his day, but he's so petulant, Chris. He's like a 15-year-old on the pitch. He's got to get past that now.
Much like yourself, Marcus, he's got a frustrating sense of entitlement about him, and histrionics and tantrums. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Very frustrating to be around. Some might say. No, I mean, it's one of those, isn't it? And I think every club at some point has had a player that opposition teams hate, and it is actually clearly got something up with his attitude, which I think, as much as anything, is probably what's deterred him from making that big sign. I know he went to Man United and it didn't work out and whatnot, which Moyes had something to do with that for reasons that we won't discuss on this particular video. But quite often when you speak to opposition fans, they're quite defensive and they're quite protective of their player. But I think, by and large, Palace fans turn around and say, yeah, he is a bit of a dipstick,
Well, I think we all know that. I think, yeah, he wears his heart on his sleeve, and there's a lot to be said for that. But he goes too far with him. He's so petulant. He's embarrassing at times, frankly. I've been in the London Stadium with you watching Palace West Ham, and he just shows himself up when he's not going his way. He throws his toys out of the pram. But on another day, he can be a match winner. He can beat 4 or 5 players and score a great goal. So he's one of those players. I'm glad he's still there, because he's our talisman. He's the player that everyone knows is at Crystal Palace. But are we better? I don't know. Are we better off without him? It'd be interesting to sort of play a season with and without him to see if we actually finish higher without him. Frankly, for all his histrionics, I don't
know. Are you sure which Ayew you've got? Is it Jordan or the one we had?
Where's he now? Swansea, isn't he? The other one you had, isn't he?
Mate, I don't know.
It was.
You've seen one Ayew, you've seen them all.
It's true. An Ayew for an Ayew, some might say.
They do. You know his dad was, don't you? And don't say Mr. Ayew Senior.
Tell me.
You know his dad was?
No.
Abidi Pele.
Okay.
Do you remember? I remember. He was
no.
in really in the 90s. He won European Cup winner in the 90s, wasn't he? He was
okay.
Yeah, he was African Player of the Year, and yeah, I mean, in fact, the children were never quite as good as their father was, which is something I always tell my children, as you know.
Quite right.
Absolutely. No, yeah. I mean, they're steeped in football history and tradition and whatnot. I was saying, he seems to have incorporated a way to get the new players in, but also get a tune out the old players. I know it's Schlupp played well the other day.
Schlupp comes off the bench well. Schlupp, he's got a fearsome left foot shot. So yeah, I mean, he's always been a player I've quite liked. And Ayew, again, he's very industrious. Things about Ayew, I think someone's maybe my nephew told me this the other day. I think it's Zaha and Ayew are the 2 most foul players in the Premier League. So, which doesn't surprise me. Zaha goes down.
It's annoying. That's two different reasons. Zaha, that's easy for me to say, is annoying. So people just want to attack him. Ayew's a good player, so he just naturally gets fouled.
Well, he does get brought down a great deal, but unlike Zaha, he doesn't wave his arms around in a sort of juvenile way that just winds us all up. But no, he's been decent this season. He's playing wider. Now he's obviously not a natural finisher. I think he's only got 1 goal in his last 40 odd games, which is quite recently. But no, I wouldn't. I'm not disappointed if he starts. I'd like to see Eze on the pitch soon, as I say, because I'm not sure if he's fully recovered from his injury. But he's a very good player. He was excellent in his first season last year. Yeah, we need to see more of him, frankly.
And how are our boys doing? Old Kiate and Tompkins.
Well, Tompkins hopefully won't be playing. He's got to go, Chris. He's too old now. He's too old. He's too old now, buddy. I mean, Anderson and Gay have been, the preferred pair at the back. Tompkins has come in a bit. He's too slow. And
he scored a goal. He scored a goal.
He might well score a goal, but he can see far.
Sorry, just get rid of Marcus a second. Ungrateful, the Pigeons fans. Ungrateful. Sorry, beg your pardon. What you were saying?
Do you feel quite powerful to have the little button in front of you, Chris?
The
things I can do with the button, he says.
Absolutely. Yeah, sorry, you were saying nailed on starter Tompkins, and you're looking forward to
I hope he's playing up front. Yeah, up front next to Benteke. That's what we need. And Kiate still got it. He's busy in midfield. He will probably be in there tomorrow. I'd rather him than Milivojevic in there, frankly. Again, another one is too slow. I think MacArthur's still injured, and hopefully Gallagher's back from his illness. He's sort of 50-50 to start, so could be a bit makeshift in the middle. But certainly, I hope Hughes is on the pitch tomorrow.
Was it Gallagher? Was it COVID or sort of standard lurgy?
Yeah, standard. I think standard lurgy. I don't think it's COVID.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Remains to be seen.
And just give us a few words, 2 words. Actually, give us 1 word on Patrick Vieira.
A word to sum up Patrick Vieira. Tall is 1 word.
Well, thank you for tuning in, and we're looking forward to. Okay, God, I joke. Tell us about Patrick Vieira.
Sure. Well, I mean, nothing needs to be said about his playing attributes. We all know all about those. But I think I said to you before he came in, I wanted Hodgson gone before last season. I just, his stodgy way of playing football. He kept us in the division for 7 or 8 seasons, but it's not attractive. It's
entitlement. That's the entitlement I was talking about earlier, folks. Now it's coming to the fore. I'll tell you what, he did well. He did well. He made out he was a pleasant guy for 10 minutes, and now you're seeing the
true colours,
and the entitlement. It's coming through.
Coming
through like a pigeon dropping. Go on, carry on. Your most successful ever Premier League manager. Tell us what a naughty boy he was.
He just had to go. He was too old. He's past it. So no, I'm delighted with Vieira. I mean, yeah, he's come in. We're playing a far more attractive style of football. I think the points are quite similar to last season, but the football we're playing is far better. We're getting some good, decent signings in. Be great to get Gallagher, permanently, but that's going to be a tall ask because obviously his price is going up and up with the way he's playing. He's made some good signings, and they've come in, they've done well. So, yeah, onwards and upwards for Vieira. Let's see what he does next.
What's been the reason? Because obviously you do play well, and you do play very attractive football, and as he's impressively incorporated people. And it's your second time experimenting of changing the culture of the club. I think the first time was after Allardyce, and how long did he get? Was it De Boer? Did he get 6 games or something?
7 games, I think 7 games.
Yeah, so that was jettisoned pretty damn quickly. But this is the same thing again. It's changing the culture of the club, who are an excellent band, and also what's going on at Crystal Palace at the moment. But it's not easy, and he seems to have. It just seems to have transformed them quite quickly. But you're not consistent. Why is it? Give us all some hope here. When you play badly and you lose, why is it?
Yeah, because we're not very technically good. We don't have a deep squad, so Tompkins will come in, a Klein will come in, and Butland will come in. We'll be playing, MacArthur, Milivojevic, Kiate in the middle. Stodgy midfielders really. So that's it. If we can field our first choice 11, we can give most teams a game. We've beaten Spurs this year, we've beaten Man City this year. We've had some very good performances, so yeah, we can scare anyone, but it's about getting those best 11 players on the pitch, frankly, because without them, we can look pretty tawdry.
I get it. So when you play well and you win, it's down to Vieira and Gallagher and whatnot. And basically, when you lose, it's down to Hodgson and West Ham, really, which is obviously Kouyaté and Tompkins, basically.
Yeah,
That's really,
quite.
yeah, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
I get it,
yeah.
I get it, I get it. Okay, right. Well, listen, we'll finish up now. You're going to join because Marcus is coming here to watch the game, as I said at the start of the video. So, as you can imagine, how
How
delightful that's going to
delighted
be.
everyone's going to be. Yeah.
Well, myself and Mark are sat in the lounge watching the telly. It'd be very, very nice. But we'll incorporate him in some of the videos tomorrow. Be kind, because he's my friend, and I am just teasing him. And he is very, very lovely and not entitled at all. However, he will annoy you now. I would just pre-warn you. Give me a score prediction for the game, please, my friend.
For tomorrow, let's go. Let's go. As of last season and both games, let's go 2-1 Palace.
2-1 Palace. Obviously, it was 2-2 earlier this season. Gallagher was excellent.
Yes, well, don't worry about that one. Yeah, forget about
that. Don't worry about that. Okay,
no,
2-1 Palace. There you go, folks. You heard it here first. 2-1 Crystal Palace. It won't be 2-1 Crystal Palace, but 2-1 Crystal Palace. Thank you for tuning in. Catch up with us. The 5:30 kickoff today. 5:30 kickoff. Don't be late. Myself and Gio and Marcus will be there. Charlie's doing the watch log, so we will be there at 4:25 with the team lineups, announcing the team lineups. Where he's done a really good job of I think sort of conveying an air of confidence over the airwaves there. But once he sees the West Ham team tomorrow, boys and girls, you will see a man truly quaking in his boots. Once he sees Aaron Kreswelovich line up at left back, the hulking beast of Michail Antonio comes up against Steve, particularly when he realises that Tompkins is not playing and a steal has been taken from the Crystal Palace defence. And he will realise that it will almost be one of those guys with the, that does the stick with the aeroplanes, or even just a lollipop man. We'll be waving Michail Antonio through the Pigeons' static defence.
Let's wait and see, shall we? Yeah, it does. You talk a good game, Chris, but let's see what happens at 5:30 tomorrow, shall we?
yeah. Fortunately, once we're 2-0 down after 10 minutes, I'll still be talking. It won't be Talk a Game. We actually call the show Talk a Game. It'll probably be after Talk an Angry Game. Would probably be afterwards. But anyway, sure. The ultras will be there in full voice, won't they? The old Holsworthy, Holmesdale.
The Holmesdale Ultras will be there, I'm sure.
It sounds like a butter, doesn't it? Holmesdale butter. It sounds like it should be some dairy products. Anyway, listen, I'm only teasing. I've not been able to do that with any other opposition previews this season, largely because I haven't done another opposition preview this season. Gio normally does them, not me, and he's only somebody that I've known for many, many, many years would allow me to tease them and rib them. But anyway, I'll catch up with you tomorrow, Marcus. All the rest of you, I will catch up with you at 4:25.